Good afternoon, viewers. Welcome to the Josiah Mahima channel. Hope you are doing well wherever watching me from. Please subscribe, share and like this video. So today I want to talk about something very interesting. I want to talk about Ruto and Suluhu deal with GenZs. Ruto and Suluhu deal with GenZs. So the other day, Ruto was in a neighboring country of Tanzania, and where he went to meet his counterpart Suluhu, this lady here, the president of Tanzania, the Republic of Tanzania, which is, Tanzania has both, it's Tanzania mainland and Zanzibar. They are one country. They call it Jumuiya ya Tanzania, something like that. So when they were sitting down, they discussed many things about the regional cooperation and all that. But one thing that came out was the issue of elections. And remember the Kenyan protests of 2024, when the Kenyan GenZs went to the streets. I'm sure all of you remember that situation. There were the riots against the finance bill. And then it was a very big, as you can see on this screen. As you can see on this screen, it was a very big issue about the GenZs, the way they went on the street to fight against the finance bill. Many of them were killed. So it was just a very awkward situation. The deaths, the international condemnation of our country's government, and you saw in communication talk about the framing theories, agenda setting. So they were doing public relations. There's a lot of public relations on the issue. They're trying to explain on why they decided to react to the GenZ's riots. So now during that sit down between President Suluhu and our President Ruto here, Suluhu mentioned that we need to deal with these GenZs because next year is an election for Kenya, 2027. Kenya usually holds its election after every 5 years. So next year it will be a very tough election for the sitting incumbent, because the economy is not doing very well. There's a lot of there's no hope in the country. Despair is people are hopeless here. There is hopelessness. There's a lot of despair. The finances are not good. The economy, security. So now, President Suluhu offered Ruto a solution. She commented that we need to do the GenZs to Nyorosha. Now, if we are to translate the word Nyorosha, it means to whip someone. Like you have a small child, you take a cane and whip them. Now here in Africa, caning means really dealing with people, where you use state power. The state has monopoly of violence. So, and you saw it in the riots, GenZ riots, how the police overreacted. These are maybe riots that should have been dealt with only with tear gas and arrests, but there were bullets flying. So that's what I'm talking about. President Ruto and President Suluhu deal with GenZs. And these GenZs are not just in Kenya. GenZs, this term Gen Z, if you were to analyze it, it tells you people who are below 35, people who have been brought up in the digital revolution, internet. We have the social media now. We have digital activism. We have people online expressing themselves. So the digital space is open. And this is causing a lot of problem in Africa, especially for African governments. Ask yourself why would people be discussing the youth? You have seen it in Nigeria. You have seen it in America. So the youth are able to do activism online. Like even what I'm doing here is activism. I'm just informing people on issues that are current. So me, I was asking myself, why would the leaders of East African biggest economies, Kenya and Tanzania, be worried about the youth? Because if you are doing a good job, and what I know is that Kenyan youths, the only thing they want is one, they want jobs, they want security, they want medical cover, they want hope. The word is hope. A young man or woman, when they finish university, they need to get a job. We don't want to see our sisters going to be slaves outside there. The way it's happening, someone is taken abroad for a job that earns him, is it $300? That's 30,000 Kenya shillings. That's the amount of money some of these politicians in the top government echelons is the money they spent in a day. It's money they spent even in a day, and that's what someone goes outside there. They are mistreated, abused. You've seen it online. So maybe these governments don't see that the youth just want a good life. They want to have a chance. They want hope. They want an opportunity. If you are a lesser graduate of engineering, or you are a graduate of vocational training, or you are a graduate, you are a technical expert, you have some skills in maybe metalworking, you have learned mechanics, you want a chance to do your job, earn money, have a home, start a family, just basically lead a decent life that is hope. So me, I was asking, these leaders should not worry about the Gen Zs. The problem is not Gen Z. The problem is the administrations. They need to go back to what they promised. You told your people you give them medical care, give them. You told your people give them free education, give them. You told your people you'll give them better agricultural better agricultural inputs, uh, fertilizers, you name it. That's what you tell them. You told them you're going to improve the agriculture sector through better inputs, better outcomes, so that now if a farmer is planting, they have fertilizer, genuine fertilizer. They can have enough harvest to make a living, and also to feed the country. There's value addition, so that we don't just have wastage. Once people harvest, let's say tomatoes, there are value addition, which creates jobs, which means more money in the pocket for the farmer. So people are looking at agricultural better outcomes for the agricultural sector. You promise that. Better outcomes for teachers. Teachers need good salaries. We need schools. Better outcome for the doctors. Hospitals are in public hospitals are in poor condition. More money in the public hospitals. We need legislation for insurance. This is what is the youths are concerned about, a better country. And leaders should focus on uh, implementing the agenda, not worrying this youth will cause some problems. Let me tell you a story. Now, if let's say you are a parent, the children are not having food, or they are not going to school because of lack of school fees. Your wife cannot even dress decently because you don't give her money to buy a good dress, or she's not having peace in the home. What will she do? The family won't. You as the father of the family, you won't be able to have it a peace. You won't have peace. So what do? Hmm? You pull up your socks, sit down with your advisors. You are the president. Look at the agenda. What does Kenya need now? We need jobs, isn't it? We need these better roads everywhere. Education is a problem. Make it free for now. Make it this year. Make the education free, so that the young Gen Zs here can get jobs, and then make our security forces more responsive to the people. No killing. Police do their work well. They follow the law. Ensure that the medical covers are working. I don't know, share. Remove all those things of share. I don't know, the other one is what? All those insurance companies that are exploiting people, control them. Let's have free medical cover for everyone. Better drugs, well-trained doctors, and everything will just be okay. So that's why I'm saying President Ruto and Suluhu deal with Gen Zs. We need a change. The country needs to change its focus. We need to a paradigm shift. Yes. So this is the Josiah Mahima channel. I want to thank you for listening to me. Thank you.